Craig McDermott, Tim May, Bruce Reid. Australia won the toss and decided to bat first. The umpires, Dickie Bird and David Shepherd from England. To join the Australian innings, it's the second ball of the match, no runs on the board, and Imran Khan is bowling to Jeff Marsh. Well, that's a chance. No, it's not. It's a half-volley chance, really, to second slip. It didn't quite carry, but a false shot by Jeff Marsh. There's no footwork there at all. Very exciting for the crowd here.
Wasim Akram to Marsh.
And a glorious stroke this time by Marsh. Wasim Akram is over-pitching a little there and onto it like a shot and through covers for 4. Australia now moving on to 55 for naught, and we're in the 12th over.
Imran Khan calling up Tawseef Ahmed, the off-spinner.
Marsh, a direct hit, out. Salim Malik, the fielder. Salim Malik gets the congratulations from his teammates. And the first Australian wicket falls. Jeff Marsh is run out for 31, 73 for 1, the Australian score.
Well, as often happens in one-day cricket, it's a silly run out that turns the game. And Australia there going along beautifully, 73 for no wicket in the 18th over, no real problems. And then a silly little run out like that.
Incoming batsman now will be Dean Jones. Well, this is a fascinating confrontation now between Abdul Qadir, who has been such an effective bowler with 12 wickets in this competition, and Dean Jones, the outstanding stroke maker in the Australian lineup. Well, I don't know about appealing, and there's a certain amount of theatre about Salim Yusuf behind the stumps.
Well, worth a shout. Dean Jones playing well outside the line there. The ball running on and possibly just missing that leg stump.
Oh, that's a glorious shot. When David Boone puts back the ball, he makes it look so very easy. Oh, dear, I think Salim Yusuf might have been hurt there. The ball might well have hopped up off Dean Jones's pad, and that's a very difficult situation for a wicketkeeper. But the ball flies off the roll of the pad and has clearly hit him in the mouth.
Yes, Kader now certainly getting a bit of bounce to that googly. And again, you see that catching right at the top of the pad and looking to catch Yusuf over probably the right eye, I would think. But it's an extra bounce that Carter's been getting there. You can see that ball well over the top of the stumps. And I suppose Yusuf was pretty unsighted. The ball comes between bat and pad.
So poor Salim Yusuf retreats with a very nasty bang in the mouth. Quite a lot of blood to be seen there. And it's Javed Miandad, the man you could never keep out of the action, who's donned the keeping gloves, and he looks as ready for action as a keeper as he ever does as a batsman.
Tawseef now to David Boone.
Well, that was a brutal blow there from David Boone. Now let's just take a close look at that. Well, that might well have been a cordon bowl if Tawseef had leather adhesive hands, but I'm afraid he's done some damage.
Have a look at it again. You see the awkward height it comes to Tawseef there. Tawseef having his injured left thumb taped. And the over 8 slowed considerably by these two interruptions. Injury to wicketkeeper Salim Yusuf. Now to Tawseef, just in the 22nd over. 92 for 1. Tawseef to bowl to Boone on 41.
This offers a new dimension to keeping and appealing behind the stumps. Javed Miandad is the substitute keeper, and he went up for something.
Salim Jaffer coming back for his second ball. The innings started off with a new ball. Start of the 23rd over, 94 for 1. He'll be bowling to Dean Jones on 6 with Boone on 43.
Wonderful bit of sprinting that by Dean Jones.
I don't think Javed was ever in danger of not removing the bails with this one. It was a very tight run. Great throw. You see Javed, the whole lot goes.
That's found a gap. Nicely controlled shot by Dean Jones. But one on top of that then. $101 for 1. The 100 coming up of 135 balls. Another super shot by Jones. Well, Salim Jaffer's just getting Dean Jones in the groove there outside off stump. Not only his line is straying, but his length too on this perfect pitch. Change in the Pakistan attack now. Introducing the 6th bowler, Salim Malik.
And that's 50 for David Boone. And he's played pretty well this morning. Set off very confidently against the quicker bowlers. And he's continued to make runs throughout the morning in a very confident style. Oh, and that's bonus for Pakistan. Javed Miandad absolutely delighted there. He's got a stumping down the leg side and you can't control him. The score 155 for 2 wickets. We're in the 31st over, and that's David Boone, stump behind bowled Salim Malik for 65.
In swinger down the leg side. Boone goes walkabout. Not the quickest bit of stumping, but out goes the middle stump. And the new batsman, Alan Border. Start the 32nd over then, and Tawseef Ahmed. He's bowling to Dean Jones on 38 and 155 for 2. Dean Jones playing one of the more aggressive innings, but then bowled by Tawseef, making room. Only 46 balls, bowled for 38. Score 155 for 3. And that's Pakistan right back in the game. Tawseef again, and the room that Jones makes, that's his undoing. Making room to a perfectly straight ball. A bit quicker perhaps than he thought. And a big double blow for Pakistan. And the new batsman, Valletta. Salim Yusuf there, still being treated for the painful blow he received off the roll of the pad when Tawseef was bowling.
News from the dressing room is that Tawseef Ahmed, having bowled his 10 overs, has now gone off to hospital to have his hand stitched. He took a fierce return blow during his spell, and instead of him on the field is Manzoor Ilahi.
In the 41st over, Australia 203 for 3. Valletta on 33, Border on 14. Imran Khan is bowling from the college end to Alan Border. Border flashes that away, and a vain attempt, a full length dive there by Wasim Akram, but the ball speeding away for 4.
Run rate now over 5. 8 overs left after this, and still that score of 272.80 beckoning them.
And again, that's a fine throw, and Alan Border not really troubling to look at the umpire, just continuing his run.
There's Alan Border paying the penalty. Once you take a fielder like Mansour Akhtar's arm on, well, a direct hit, you're out. And that's exactly what happened. So that's the 4th Australian wicket to fall. Alan Border run out for 18. 215 for 4. And the new batsman, Steve Waugh.
Both him. The great hero, Imran Khan, in his last match on his home patch, Lahore, has done what the crowd have been longing him to do. He's uprooted the stumps. Mike Folletta needn't be too disappointed, I don't think. A very brave little innings that of 48, played in perfect tempo with the needs of the side. But Australia now at 236 for 5, and we're in the 47th over.
Beautiful piece of bowling by Imran there, right into that leg stump. Saw the batsman making room, followed him, and right into the block hole.
Absolute suicide. Simon O'Donnell had been in there 2 balls. Steve Waugh called him, and O'Donnell wanted nothing to do with the call at all. Wasn't a difficult one out. But wait, there is something. That's not on here. Now the umpires have reversed that decision and have said Steve Waugh was not out and O'Donnell was, which means that the wickets are broken before Waugh had crossed. Very useful little nick indeed. That's where the runs come at this time of innings. Little outside edge, tips of the wicketkeeper's fingers, and 4 runs for Australia. All too much for Greg Dyer, I'm afraid. No sort of technique. Not sure if he knew what he was doing. Well, honestly, Raymond, Imran could do no wrong, whatever he did here.
No, just when Australia really want to be accelerating, Imran Khan showing what a world-class bowler he is. Magnificently bowled over, really putting the brake on them, taking a couple of wickets. The run out, he caused the problems a lot. And there again, you see Dyer completely beaten for pace, everything there, line the lot. All the lot going over.
Well, what a farewell for Imran Khan. He says he'll retire after this series, so this is effectively his last over on Lahore, the ground where he was brought up as a boy and bowled right through his career. And he says farewell to Craig McDermott. McDermott bowled Imran Khan for 1, 249 for 9. The last over then to be bowled by Salim Jaffer. Jaffer's bowled 6 overs so far, north of 45, quite expensively by his own standards. Steve Wolrd is facing. He's 40 not out, 249 for 8.
Yeah, a little bit of a gamble here by Imran because Jaffa's not bowled particularly well today, and just to bring him back for this last over could be expensive.
Beautiful strike. What a lovely shot. That's 6. There are not many places in the world where you can be hit for 6 in total silence when there are 30,000 on the ground, but that was quite a shock to the Pakistan system. But a lovely strike by Steve Wolrd. Beautifully placed. Now, long on has moved straighter. That's exactly where the ball went. 6 runs to long on. Steve Wolrd is now at 20. 255 for 8. Another tremendous blow by Wolrd. And that's 4 runs this time. Salim Jaffa is just bowling the sort of length that is possible to pick up, short of a length. I'm sure he preferred to be bowling a much fuller length altogether.
Well, I did say it was a gamble by Imran, and it's certainly proving so. Jaffa's just about the right pace when the slog's on, and unless he gets into a very, very full length right into the batsman's feet, he's absolutely just right for picking up.
So 4 more balls left, and Steve Wolrd, who's involved in that run-out at one stage with O'Donnell and started to walk out, was called back. Australia might be pleased he was retained out there. He's going for 1. May is his partner. Can May turn and run quickly back? He's got to try. And he does. 2 more to Australia. 261 now for 8. They'll try for 2. Two runs. Mansoor Alahi, the fielder out there. He's a substitute fielder, by the way. Tosif went off to have a hand repaired. $14 off the over so far. Last ball of the Australian innings. That's nicely flicked off the toes. It'll be 4. Well, that went straight to the fielder. It somehow beat the fielder. That's 4 runs for Wolrd. What an invaluable contribution by him. 18 runs came off that last over. Quite a disappointment for Imran Khan. And the final total, 267 for 8. And Steve Wolrd ending up with 32. So Australia, an innings which began with great promise with an opening partnership of 73 with Marsh and Boone, and then on to 155 with Boone and Jones going great guns, suddenly stumbled and stuttered at 155. Boone and Jones went for the same score. It was then a resuscitation really by Valletta and Border, but then collapsed again. O'Donnell naught, Dyer naught, McDermott 1. And a little flourish by Steve Wolrd towards the end, 32 not out. The Australian score, 267 for 8. And as for the bowling, what a marvellous example set by Imran Khan, his last major bowling stint in international cricket at the Gaddafi Stadium. 10 overs, 1 maiden, 3 for 36. Tough going for the young seamers, Jaffa and Akram, but Abdul Qadir and Tosif, the spinners, they did well by their skipper Imran. 10 overs, 0 for 39. Qadir, and 10 overs, 1 for 39, Tosif. And so Pakistan, to win this match now, have 268 to win at a run rate of 5.36. Well, we'll join the Pakistan innings. The first over is the 3rd ball. The batsmen have 1 each, Ramiz Raja, Mansoor Akhtar, and McDermott is bowling to Mansoor. He shies. He's out. Well, what a start for Australia. A disaster for Pakistan. Ramiz Raja has one out. It started with Mansoor Akhtar hitting the ball into the ground, but to Border's left hand, that's the key of this one. And he was able to fling the ball back, and Ramiz had gone far too far up the pitch. So Ramiz Raja is one out for one, and Pakistan, sensationally, are two for the loss of one wicket.
Border's left hand, the pivot, the turn, the accurate throw, well out.
Salim Malik is the next batsman in, number 3. Bruce Reid, the bowler. Oh, well, very lucky indeed, but 4 runs. Not a shot that Salim Malik will be proud of, but somehow just managed to steer it to that vacant second slip area. That's a better shot. Salim Malik can be an absolutely effortless player. Very annoying over indeed for Bruce Reid. 1 minute he's finding the edge, next minute he's finding the middle. 37 for 1 the score. Mansoor is 9, Salim Malik is 25. This is McDermott into Mansoor Akhtar. Well, what have I done? I've done it again. Batting impossible for Mansoor Akhtar, and well bowled Craig McDermott. Over goes the middle stump. For so long his line had drifted down leg side, McDermott's, and that is absolutely middle to middle, and so Pakistan, a great rumble of discontent around the stadium, lose their second wicket for 37. We're in the 9th over, and alongside me is Ray Illingworth.
Well, that's just the wicket that Australia wanted. The run out early on gave them a start. McDermott's been bowling down the leg side, being plucked up for 1s and 2s, but this time getting it just right. Very full length, right up onto that middle stump. That really just set this game up now. Pakistan needing 268 to win at 5.36, and with 2 wickets already gone for 37, Australia really back in the game.
So 37 for 2, Salim Malik is 25, Javed Miandad taking guard, and the bowling figures, McDermott is in his 5th over. He's conceded so far 16 runs, 1 for 16, and Reid 4 overs, 0 for 20.
Well, it's a bit, would certainly have been a struggle there if either of them had gone, but Miandad sending Salim Malik back. But Craig McDermott will certainly have to bowl on that leg stump to Javed Miandad, or he certainly will be whipped away on that leg side. But that's 9 overs now completed. 38 for 2, Salim Malik on 25, and Miandad just off the mark with that single. Oh, that's out. Steve Waugh's first delivery there. And Salim Malik just looking to play a little bit early, and the ball just lobbing up to mid-off.
And Craig McDermott took the surprisingly simple catch up mid-off. So Salim Malik has gone, and Pakistan are in some sort of trouble.
There's Salim Malik now, caught by Craig McDermott. Bowled by Steve Waugh for 25. And the score now on 38 for 3. And we're in the 11th over. The new batsman coming to the wicket is the Pakistan captain, Imran Khan. But at the moment, Pakistan in deep trouble. There's a shout straight away for LBW. And that must have been pretty close, a slower delivery.
Yes, that was very well bowled by Steve Waugh.
Well, that was the wicket that Australia wanted, and Bruce Reid there getting Miandad to edge that, but in one-day cricket, a lot of the slits go very, very wide, and certainly Boone is exceptionally wide there, but that would have been a straightforward catch for first play. As it is, just 4 runs. Miandad edging that genuine edge, and really slit does look to be awfully wide there. Scoring rate up to 6.5 and over now. So tremendous pressure on Pakistan as Steve Waugh comes into bowl. Judging by the roar, that's gone for 4 runs. And down the wicket there, Imran, and taking a chance, didn't get there, slower ball. The ball going over mid-wicket for 4 runs, but not a very positive shot. Now that's 4 more runs. Sam O'Donnell pitching just a little short there, and Imran very quick on that, cracking it away just behind square on the offside. So Imran now begin to open his shoulders, begin to look for runs. One of the batsmen has got to take chances, and I think Imran will be the one to do it, leaving Javed to play the anchor role.
Switching the bowling from the college end to the pavilion end is O'Donnell. Big shout for LBW then from Simon O'Donnell, but leg by signalled by David Shepherd. Seems to be drifting down the leg side.
Yes, ball of very full length. We've got O'Donnell excited, hitting meandered straight on the toe, but no doubt slanting down leg side.
Oh, well, shall we call it a drop? I don't know. Tremendous effort to get anywhere near that. A dive, outstretched right hand. A really brilliant effort by Alan Border at cover.
Yes, it was, and who knows what effect this will have on the match. Marvellous attempt, and to his wrong right side. One of those that sometimes stick.
That's a delightful shot from Imran Khan. A model. And how you should wait for the ball to come onto the bat, and he just eased that wide of mid-on and between mid-wicket. So the 100 comes up now, 101 for 3.
Sam O'Donnell now to go to Imran Khan. And that's what most of the crowd came here to see. Imran Khan moving on to 50. Coming off 73 balls with 4 fours. Had a little bit of fortune when he first came in. Could well have been LBW first ball. Another shout next ball. But since then he's played pretty well.
Tim May to bowl to Imran. 126 for 3.
Well, that was a bit of a head-up shot and thick inside edge down to McDermott and deep square. But the field's been changed again, and I think Alan Border's getting it nearly right now. He's got himself a short cover and deep mid-off, but he's still got that man in front of square on the cover boundary, and I wouldn't be surprised to see Javed Miander play the reverse sweep before long if that's the field that we're going to keep.
There it goes, as Raymond Dillingworth has forecast. I don't think you can really afford to leave well over 90 degrees at a field like this unmanned. And really, Border's getting himself into quite a tangle with his offside field for young Tim May. Alan Border coming on himself to bowl to Imran Khan.
There's a shout for it. Yes, he's giving him out caught behind. We were thinking he was shouting for stumping at first because the keeper whipped the bails off. But in fact, he's been given out by umpire Dickie Bird at the far end. So, Imran Khan departs. Caught by the wicket keeper Dyer off Alan Border for 58. He scored 150 for 4 and we're in the 36th over.
Having a big swing. Just the faintest of edges, decided umpire Bird. Imran Khan getting a huge reception. on what he says will be his last appearance on this ground. The new batsman, left-hander Wasim Akram.
And that's 50 for Javed Miandad. How well he's played. Take no chances, but never miss an opportunity to score. Score moving on to 154 for 4. And the 50 made from 79 balls with 4 boundary hits. Oh, that's a massive hit. Miles in there. Over long off. 6 runs. That just shows what a dangerous hitter Wasim Akram is. Craig McDermott, not the slowest bowler, but that went up many a mile and carried 20 yards over the rope.
And they all shout, sixer, sixer. But it did go a long way, very high too.
That's a massive hit for 6 there, swept away over mid-wicket, and that's just what Wasim Akram came in for. Dermot now to Wasim Akram. And yes, that's the wicket that Australia wanted. Wasim Akram looking really dangerous. But there he is now. Wasim Akram bowled Craig McDermott for 20. The score on 177 for 5 now. And we're in the end of the 39th over. Full length Yorker right into the leg stump there. That's exactly the right place to bowl it, and all credit to McDermott.
And this brings to the crease Ijaz Ahmed, just 19 years old, his 21st one-day international. What a splendid way to get off the mark.
Off 9 overs. That'll take some getting even with a world-class player like Javed Miandad. A scoring rate of nearly 8.5, 8.44.
That's in the air. It's caught. Ijaz Ahmed has been caught at deep backward square leg. Now the fielder himself is right in the sunshine as far as I'm concerned down there. It looks like Dean Jones, I'm sure it is, and the handshakes all round. Well, you hear wickets, or you don't hear the wickets, all you hear is silence when Australia strike. But now I think the truth is getting through to Pakistan, that this is considerable target, and Ijaz Ahmed, therefore, is out, caught by Dean Jones, bowled by Reid. 192 for 6.
Huge cheers around the ground as wicketkeeper Salim Yusuf comes to the crease.
Steve Waugh comes back at the pavilion end. Beautifully placed, and a lovely stroke of contrast. Valletta's the fielder. Might have gone for 3. Javed settles for 2. The 200 comes up. 200 off 255 balls. The score 201 for 6. Oh, well, that was an invention. We won't call that a stroke. We'll call that a total invention by Javed Miandad. He plays the reverse sweepers if it's just a 5-finger exercise. Well, Jack Bannister will know more about strokes like that than I do.
I think I do. This one went beyond the realms of improvisation. Let's see what happened here. There we go, the upper edge. That's what we'll call it.
Well, are we now seeing the end of the Pakistan challenge? Javed Miandad makes it plain that he did get contact, but the hero of that particular moment was Bruce Reid, who was cool under fire, kept his rhythm going, and he's bowled Javed Miandad, who scored 70, and the score is 212 for 7 wickets.
Well, this was the crude shot that eventually Javed was committed to. He's paced his innings pretty well while Imran was there, but when Imran got out, he didn't really ever step up a gear. And the new batsman, leg spinner Abdul Qadir.
Is there even more inspiration to come from Abdul Qadir? Scored the most famous 8 not out against West Indies at Karachi when he hit Courtney Walsh for 6. Well, that's the target, but this is Steve Waugh. Oh, that's whipped away to the boundary. One of the rare loose deliveries from Steve Waugh, short and down the leg side, and Salim Yusuf whips that one away. Tremendous blow. 4 signals. ...14 runs and a leg bye off that over from Steve Waugh, and the game is opened again. 227 for 7. It's gone, caught behind the faintest nick, and Salim Yusuf knew it. He was off, just pulled down short of that ball by Craig McDermott, and the little nick taken by Greg Dyer. What a brave effort that was by Salim Yusuf. Caught Dyer, Bull McDermott 21, and the 8th wicket goes down now for 236.
Well, I was just saying how sensibly Salim Yusuf had been playing, and here there's a real crossback yahoo. Faint top edge, Greg Dyer doing the rest. But
so Salim Jaffer is the man coming in, and this is Steve Waugh to Abdul Qadir. They might take 2 to Reid. They hesitate. They go. And they make it. Not the quickest fielder, Bruce Reid. Four runs. Inside edge. And Steve Waugh will be very relieved to see the end of this over.
well, this is what the 4 in the circle makes difference. In normal circumstances like these, you'd have had a fine leg on, but having to keep 4 men up, you've got to leave a gap somewhere, and the gap there is at fine leg.
That's out. Another faint nick and through to Dyer. And so Pakistan lose their 9th wicket now for 247. We're in the 49th over. And Salim Jaffer just stretching his ambition beyond his talents. And McDermott good and steady. Safe line outside off stump.
Yes, McDermott's bowled well today. Early on he earned a little bit on leg and middle, but since then he's got that off stump line just outside, and there you saw it again, just outside off stump, just running away a little bit, and Salim Jaffer trying to heave it away on the leg side, and just a faint outside edge.
The injured Tosif Ahmed comes in as the last man. Up it goes again, 5 wickets for McDermott. And that is a moment of tremendous jubilation and achievement, I must say, for Australia, who have done brilliantly to come into Pakistan, up to Lahore, to get through, to beat Pakistan, the favourites in the competition, and win the match by 18 runs. But Pakistan never quite recovered from their very shaky start. That run out in the first over of Ramiz Raja, and then 3 wickets down for 38. The long partnership, of course, resuscitated their hopes. 112 between Imran Khan and by Javed Miandad. But then they rather limped along. Miandad, when he went, the score 212, 7 wickets down then. It was rather a forlorn hope. Some brave hitting by Salim Yusuf, but in fact, it was all too much for Pakistan, despite their fine run in the preliminary group stages. The bowling, McDermott 5 for 45. Reed was the next best with 2 for 41. And so, on to Calcutta go Australia, the victors here at Lahore by 18 runs. And the man of the match award, deservedly, to Craig McDermott for those 5 wickets.
So a truly dramatic finish to a highly charged semi-final. Australia through to their second World Cup final. And quite naturally, their captain, Alan Border, was more than pleased.
Well, we're absolutely ecstatic. There wasn't too many people who gave us much of a chance of, even getting to this far. But to make the final, it's like a dream come true for all the players, and we're going to be very hard to beat in that final.
So Australia can look forward now to the final in Calcutta on Sunday, where Alan Border said he would prefer to play England. Well, we shall have to wait and see. It's what, a little less than 8 hours to go now before England begin their semi-final against India in Bombay. And if you'd like to set the alarm